Hey there, it's Elizabeth, and welcome back to another video. I hope y'all are doing well. Today, we're going to do some at a glance months. Well, month, an at a glance month. I'm not sure which month yet, but you'll see in a second. I hope everyone's doing well, and let's just get started. So, this is my 2024 calendar that I got at the Dollar Tree, and I am using it to document my life because things have been a little hairy in during this year 2024. So a lot of my stuff was packed up. We were in the midst of moving, and yeah, like my all of my craft materials were packed up for almost a year. It was, yeah. So I decided, I just happened to see this one day, and I didn't even start in January, mind you. I started in, not even in March. I started in April, and this is how I do it. I just put all kinds of junk in it. But each day, I'll go through and write in just a little something, and it's here, there, and everywhere. It's nothing specific. It's just things, that have been going on in my life, the life of my family. And so I just jot them down and use some illustrative features, like magazine clippings, clip art, stickers, my little memoji things, stuff like that. So I already have, I guess I should make a playlist, but I already have some months on here and I call them at a glance. So the last one I did was July, I think. Yes, because I have the struggle bus here. Okay, so let's move on to August. So let me just make sure you're centered, everything. Okay, so this is what was going on in August. We were packing and we were moving. Okay. Now, down here, I just chose to write a little blurb about what was going on uh, concerning packing and moving, because not only were my husband and I moving, but my son and daughter both moved. Crazy times. Let me just tell you guys, crazy times. Like my wish came true, because my husband and I a couple years ago moved from Miami up to the area that we're in now. We're still living in South Florida, but a couple hours away from Miami yet. But my kids were still down there. And so, yeah, it was crazy. Like, what a dream, to have my kids move up here too. That was not, I never thought that that would happen. But, I mean, of course, I always hoped it would. And if you remember, let me see, when was it? Oh, no, was it this month? What's happening? What's happening? Let me just see here right quick. Okay, this is it right here. Okay, yeah. So if you remember, I don't know if you do or not, you can go back and look at July, June and July, but the kids, my son and my daughter's boyfriend both applied to transfer, if you will, jobs up here. Okay, so they're doing the same thing they were doing down there, only they're doing it up here. Okay, same company and everything. So that was super exciting. Yeah, they were able to. Um, well, first they got the job. They had applied for the job in June, and then they got the job in July, and then we're gonna see how it all unfolds. Okay, so well, actually in July it unfolded. So the both the boys got the job, and then this was my son's first day. Okay, this was his first day, and then my daughter's boyfriend's first day wasn't until August in here, and I'm not even sure I wrote that down. Uh, he was moving here anyway. So yeah, super exciting, super exciting. So now currently both the boys have their homes up for sale down south, and my son is closing on his very soon. And so he and his wife will then be able to look for a permanent house up here. So we're super excited about that. And then my daughter and her boyfriend are still currently trying to sell the house, so down there. So as soon as that happens, they'll be in the same boat. But this month, I wrote down here, over the last month and a half, 3 households have moved. 3 storage units rented and filled. It has been a lot, especially with the boys transferring up here, moving, starting new jobs. A little stressful, but yet I'm still grateful. So yeah, and here's like a little clip art of boxes, packed boxes. So here, for these, the first started on a Thursday. So right here, I didn't really have much to, put in here. So I decorated, put on your positive pants. These are just with stickers. Remember, things to do, stuff to buy. Don't forget. That was our month, And then we had this right here. At this time, during this time, my daughter had actually got a new job up here, same company as all 4 kids, 2 of them being mine. Um, but all 4 kids they work for the same company. Okay. So my daughter transferred up here a while back. So she had been living with us for a couple weeks, and she was living in our old house, and we had downstairs, we had like an efficiency, I guess you would call it. So it had like a little kitchenette in it, had a little dining space in it, had a bathroom in it, and then it had a large room with a fold out bed in it. So that's where she was staying during that time. Then all of a sudden, like she called or she texted me upstairs and to tell me that there were some roaches that she had killed or needed killing or something. I don't know. So we took care of that. So I just simply drew a roach. Yeah. I know to some people well, to me included, they are very disgusting insects. However, um living in Florida, it's just part of life, it's part of life. They're just here, and it could have been because we had had some rain. It all depends. But yeah, so my husband took care of those, and then we actually got our storage unit this day. I had to go to my oncologist, and at this point in time in August, I was happy to hear that I had only 9 more months of chemotherapy left. So I'm super pumped about that. Now I think I have like 7 months, maybe. I think so. To this day, I was feeling super potsy, which that's a whole other problem that I have. On this day, it was really stormy. Here are just stickers, faith-based stickers, some other stickers that I just put here just to fill the space. And then all of our gems were here on this day. So they had been, coming up, on the weekends and things like that. And then this day here, oh, if you remember, this has to do with my pots. I was having, super hard time with my hopefully previous GP. They just had no understanding of what POTS is, and POTS is postural orthostatic tachycardia syndrome. It causes me to feel like I have menopause, which I do, but uh, menopause, hangover, flu, all together every day of my life. Okay, yeah, that's how it is. Okay, and these doctors just were not getting it; they weren't understanding it. And one of the things I needed to do was to uh, get with a cardiologist, start building rapport with a cardiologist up here where I live now. And so that's what I did. So I went to go see the cardiologist back here, and yeah, so she was like incredulous, kind of, like with the information that I was giving her about these past doctors that just were not getting it. So anyhow, she ordered a bunch of tests. She's not going to take my word for it. I have nary a medical record, so we're starting from scratch. So she just can't take my word for it. She's got to run the tests herself. When I was sitting in her office the week before, my heart rate was like 144, which, isn't all that bad. But it's not supposed to be that way. So, yeah, so she ordered tests. One of them was a stress test where you get on to a treadmill and you start walking. In my case, I think I just walked really fast. That's all. Um, and, your blood pressure goes up and your heart rate goes up. And so I did that, and then I had a 24-hour heart monitor. So I went in the next day and picked that up. Um, and this day here was my sweet girl's 28th birthday. Yes. I'm pretty sure like she probably did something to celebrate it over the weekend, because, she was working, everyone was working, and yeah. So but so, oh my gosh, 28, guys, you know? Jeez, I'm getting old. Oh, anyway, love her to bits and so glad that she's up here. I cannot even tell you. Then on this day, I just had really low energy. I was probably still tired out from the stress test. Here on this day, these little notations here, which is a smaller version of this one, these little clip arts mean that um, we were packing and or taking things to and from the unit. Okay, the storage unit. So yeah, we had a lot of actually filling up the storage unit. We only took 2 trips. Like my husband went to Home Depot and ordered, a small truck, whatever, like a moving van, whatever, like a moving truck. So he got one of those, and then we packed that thing up to the gills the first time, went and unloaded it, and then some days, a week later, he packed up another load and took the rest of it. So anyway, so that's what these are. We had pizza this day. Oh, the kids left on this Friday to go back down south because uh what was happening? They were having a going away party. Yeah, they were having a going away party. So, I can't really remember though when my daughter's boyfriend started. It was somewhere in here. I know it was 30 days from here. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So it was maybe about this week. Yeah, or this week. I'm not sure. Maybe this week. So anyway, all 4 of them were up here now. Um, yeah, so their workplace down south was doing a little going away party for them. So they all went down and did that. I was so sore from packing and lifting boxes, pushing boxes, pulling boxes. Oh my gosh, if I never see another box again, yeah, good days that'll be. So we were watching Unforgotten, or had watched Unforgotten. We were binge watching it. Here, my daughter had shared her Kindle with me, and I began a book called Orchard by Beverly Lewis. She's one of my favorite authors. I like very, easygoing, very benign books, and there's nothing like a book about the Amish to just relax you. So, and they're very, very quick reads. So I was done like in 2 days. Here I was just feeling a bit blue. I did have a follow up with the cardiologist, and she expressed to me that like my EKG was irregular and blah, blah, blah. And so, but the good news is that she's going to take over my heart medication. So now I won't have to worry that the other doctor will forget to put my medication in. And when she does put the medication in, this doctor is going to know exactly what medication I'm on and not try to give me something else, right? Oh my gosh, you guys, doctors, oh, but I'm super happy with her. So I'm glad that part of my life is taken care of. And then let's see, SP offer. I don't know what that means. Oh, that's where we live right now. Okay, so we had put an offer in on this day for the house that we're currently in. We the offer was accepted. Like my husband had asked for some money for a fence, and he also asked for some money for the closing costs, and they were like, sure. So that was really great. Finished my book here. Went to the place, our new house, and signed the contract, which was nice. And then my daughter and her boyfriend ended up, they had the poor things. Oh my gosh. This has just been a rigmarole because their places, well, my daughter's boyfriend's place has not sold yet. And so, yeah, it's been now like almost 3 months, I think. And anyway, they ended up having to get an Airbnb because let me think, everyone's like spread out. So my daughter, no, my at this point in time, my son and his wife were staying at um my husband's parents, one of their homes, okay, in the old neighborhood that we used to live in. I know this is all very confusing, and does it really even matter? No. But anyway, so under normal circumstances, my daughter and her boyfriend would have just gone to live with them, no problem at all. However, uh my daughter's boyfriend has a dog, and it is of the variety that is not allowed in a lot of HOAs, you know. He is the sweetest dog ever. He's a mix. He is a mutt. Um, and he is what's it called? He's part American Bulldog, and it doesn't matter. Yeah. So he had a really tough time trying to find a place that would accommodate his sweet puppy. So he finally did. So they moved into an Airbnb for now. We had a dinner date at Mom Pa's. We had haircuts this day. I was stressed out. Oh my gosh. This is a picture of a staircase, my husband and I have two bookshelves, which you will have either seen in my craft room tour or it's coming up soon. The two bookshelves that I have in my room, they are solid wood. And my husband and I decided that we were going to take them down the stairs of our old house. They are super steep, super scary stairs. Um, and yeah, and the bookshelves are probably, I don't even know if he said like 100 pounds. I don't know. They're heavy as all get out, but we did it, and I was very proud of ourselves. And then on this day here, let's see, the kids must have gone. Okay, on this day here, the kids went, not up here. On this day here, the kids went down south for their going away party. They helped my daughter's boyfriend pack up his stuff at his house and everything. And then this was his moving day. Oh my heavens. And what a nightmare. It was raining part of the day, so they were on and off packing the truck. It took longer than they thought it would take. They needed to get up here and be able to get into the storage unit and unpack everything and leave the storage unit by 9 o'clock at night. So there was a cutoff point, and they barely made it, can I tell you? And that night, we ended up once they finally got up here, we ended up calling up Papa and one of our nephews, our great nephew, grandnephew. I don't know what you call him. He's a nephew. And he's 16 now. So he and Papa came as well. So there were 8 of us unloading this big old truck, you know. Oh my goodness. What a stress. What a stressful day. And then this day I was just super sore. And part of this too, it not only is the soreness due to packing and moving and pushing and pulling boxes all around, it was also, I believe, it was also because my chemotherapy, it just causes terrible, terrible aches and pain. So anyway, sore from that. Um, we did our walkthrough at the new house. It was raining out. And then this day it was so sweet. I hadn't been on YouTube for a while at this point. I hadn't filmed anything. And so it was really sweet because like I just, a bunch of these messages started coming in like, are you okay? Is everything okay? And of course, did we have, no, not yet. Okay. So yeah, just because I hadn't posted anything, I really hadn't been on. I hadn't posted anything on Instagram. I hadn't posted anything on YouTube. So I really appreciate that. I thank you so much for thinking about me. It really, really means the world to me. This day I had a get half naked day at the dermatologist. Um, the last of our previous house went into the unit on this day. Um, Oh my goodness. And then this day, this was terrible. So my daughter was no longer living with us. She was living in an Airbnb. And she had, I guess, texted me and said that she had to go home early from work. And she works, well, there are two places that she can work. Her main office is about an hour from our house. And then the other office, if she has to go there and help out occasionally, is right down the street. It's like, well, I mean, it's like 15 minutes, 20 minutes away. So not that far. But anyway, um, yeah, she texted me and said that her heart rate was really high. Now, she has POTS as well. And one of the symptoms is heat intolerance, which means our hearts, I mean, because she has it and I do as well, our heart um, rate accelerates in the heat, right? So the air conditioner had broke at work, and she said it was so stinking hot and her blood pressure was up, and she told them, look, I cannot be here. And so they allowed her to go home and work from home. But yeah, that it's terrible, terrible. And of course, living in Florida, thank God for air conditioning. Okay, that's all I'm saying. Then this day here was my husband's 58th birthday. My daughter and my husband are exactly 30 years apart. So you can never forget their ages. And we don't really do anything to celebrate birthdays. So yeah, um, I try to celebrate him every day. And then this is the day that we moved from our old house to where my son and his wife were staying. So, and we had hoped that it would just be for the weekend, but no, no. It took us about 2 weeks to finally move into our new house. Anyway, so then this day here, we went out. Let me think too. I'm not sure if my son, I know my daughter in law was working from home, and I do believe my son was working nights. Is that right? I don't know. I thought so. I thought he was working nights. So yeah, we had to be quiet or leave the house, you know? So yeah, this day we went furniture shopping, and then over here we were watching Dexter. We finally got the TV to work. Like, we're sitting there and I didn't understand. I guess the cable wasn't working or something like that. Then we finally figured out how to put on Netflix, you know. So anyway, there's that. Then we did more shopping today. We had the closing was today. Okay, the closing was this day on our new house. That's, yeah. So we were hoping to actually start moving in this day, you know, which would have meant that we were only with my son and his daughter, which isn't a problem at all. It's not like we were in a rush to get out, you know, but we were excited to get into our new place. So anyway, yeah, so we did more shopping together. The closing was this day. We started receiving orders. You know, like it was a daily thing. You know, we had Wayfair orders being delivered. On this day, my husband made a ton of phone calls setting up our electric, our water and sewer, our internet, the garbage pickup. Yeah. And then we had an issue with the internet too. I'm not sure if I wrote it in here, but we ended up getting like T-Mobile for like 2 days or something because our carrier is AT&T, and T, and they had a strike. Yes, right when we were ready to have them come. We had made the appointment and everything, and then they weren't able to come. So that was annoying. But anyway, it all worked out in the end. Remy was grazing up here. My husband, we had got 4 ceiling fans for the bedrooms and the living room. We cleaned and vacuumed the new house. This is all for the new house. Let's see. Okay, on this day we had the couch and the TV console delivered this day. Well, it says shopping day. I think we had it delivered. I don't know. Anyway, oh no, we had it delivered this day. So, okay, so we went looking on this day, then we went back to shopping again. We actually said which ones we wanted. And let me tell you, it was such a cluster working with this company. I mean, the the company wasn't the problem. The problem was that the sales lady that took care of us did not know enough about the products that we were ordering, you know. The couch went off without a hitch, but the TV console was a complete and utter nightmare. They have never straightened it out. You know, we did get money back and exchange of pieces and all this other stuff, but they never fully made it right even to this day. So that's really annoying. But anyway, um so this was their delivery number 1 out of 3. Okay. What a cluster, I said. Yeah. So we had more Wayfair deliveries on that day. And that's what like the end of the month was. It was just setting up house and, you know, going to get certain things, you know, ceiling fans and, you know, stuff to make our new little house a home. And yeah, so that's how this month shaped up. And I did have a lot of fun working on this. I love how they come out. I just think they're colorful, they're fun, they're super easy to do, which is really nice. They're super quick to do. It only takes me, a couple minutes to come in here. Even if I have a couple days, if I'm behind a couple days, it only takes me like 10 minutes, 15 minutes to fill in all the stuff. If I come in here every day, it literally takes me 5 minutes. I search for a couple stickers, I write in what was happening, or I just do something like this if I don't feel good that day, whatever. So yeah, I'm really, really enjoying this. I'm contemplating doing it for next year. I do have somewhere. I have another calendar. I'm not really sure where that calendar is as we speak right now, but hopefully I'll find it. Yeah, because I really, really do like this. And see, I have September and here's October. Yeah, I've really, really been enjoying this. So anyway, if you want to do something like it, search for yourself, a calendar. It's a month at a glance. It looks like this, it just has the monthly spread. And I really, really enjoy it. The boxes are a really great size. I can, draw in them. I can put stickers in them. I can put whatever, as you can see right here. So, yeah, I'd encourage you if you want something a little more simple, yet still creative and still colorful, have a go at this, or consider doing it for 2025. So yeah, let me know in the comments if what you're going to do. So I will leave you there. I will thank you for your time and thank you for sharing it with me. I know that time is precious, and I really appreciate that you choose to spend it with me. I hope you have a great rest of your day, a wonderful week, and I will talk to y'all real soon. Bye for now.